If I glare off screen, it's just
If you glare off screen, what?
If I glare off screen, it's because the cat is here hanging out, and there are now more what? No.
All right, just in time. I finished mowing the lawn and the
Hello,
lawnmower
everyone.
simulator. Let's go.
Welcome to episode 6 of Fall as They May. Suship's probably having cat troubles. Anyway, real quick, just before we get started, I wanted to personally take a moment to say thank you to the people over at Last Arc. We are not sponsored in any way, shape, or form, but they've still been kind enough to, even though we haven't had a stream for them in a very long time, still help us out with advertising, so thank you guys. We really do appreciate it. And if anyone wants to go check them out, we highly recommend it, and hopefully at some point we will return to the RPG to do either another one-shot or maybe even a mini-campaign for it. Anyway, that's all. I just wanted to say thank you to them for continuing to help us, even though we really don't have a reason to.
You can put their...
We love you.
Love you guys,
their
and I promise
website
we
in
will
our
return at some point. Anyway, last we left off, this very ragtag group of individuals known as the Pythons prepared themselves and competed in the tournament here in Trezek, managing to very, very swiftly take care of their foes, thanks to some bullshit with Great Weapon Master looking at you, David. Turn off your phone, goddammit.
Turn on my lights.
But, as I said, very, very swiftly handled, at which point the arena was introduced to these very odd spider-like creatures known as Chitin and Cauldreth, which fought and completely massacred another group, courtesy of Badger. However, the situation quickly got out of control as these creatures then turned their attention to the guard posted here in the arena, and an evacuation was held, where the Pythons jumped into the arena in order to act as distraction and take on this Chitin and Cauldreth, managing to fell it with no casualties, only one person going down in the Anyone else, like, just look at David's face for a moment. David, don't move your face. Just stay right there. Look at David's face.
I want to believe.
I want to believe. Also, David, your camera's like, your face is up here, and you're
Yes.
like...
My camera is shit.
Got it.
You know.
Got it. We need to gotcha. Secret Santa will get you a better webcam. Understood. Anyway, managing to fell the creature, and the arena was shut down for a little while as an investigation was held to figure out what the hell went on, and why these creatures all of a sudden not only attacked the patrons, but seemed to be a lot stronger than what they were initially anticipating. Badger was called by the head of the guard for an interrogation, his dice managing to save him in the moment through many, many deceptive rolls. He returned to the Moonside Inn to his companions, and that is where we left off. So, I don't think I asked this last time, but is there anything anyone wants to get done in the night, during the night?
I want to scope out the magic shop. I learned that I've been scoping it out for
Actually,
the past
to
couple
that note, Sean, since you've been gone for so long, go ahead and make 3 investigation checks for me.
investigation.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I definitely have a -1 to investigation. Let me just make sure. Okay, cool. 4, 9, and 7.
4, 9, and 7. So, I would say over the course of those nights, you don't really manage to get much, as you're not very arcanely inclined. You really don't gather any way of getting past these series of arcane locks and sigils that he has on his various doors and windows. And I'd say as you're getting ready to leave, it's about maybe like 8:30, 9 o'clock as you're leaving. You poke your head out, and you can see that there are a couple of guard who are just on routine patrol who kind of look at you and seem to have a look of recognition on their face of you.
Not good.
As that's pretty much all you've been doing.
Just stare at this magic shop all day, every day for the past 3 days. Just like,
It's like, how do I crack you?
just like the whole time,
Although, yeah, it is late.
right outside the door.
I'm assuming it's less that they're obvious about it, and more that if you spend enough hours, even fairly clandestinely, eventually someone will notice and just be like, "Oh yeah, I saw you yesterday," and then like on day 3, they're like, "Huh, I saw you yesterday," and the day before that.
Yeah. Is there anything else anyone wants to get done? Sean, do you want to continue on with this, knowing that you...
No.
I would
Maybe
like
another
to
opportunity
study,
at some point.
like to study my alchemy book.
Alrighty. Anything anyone else wants to do? Invest intelligence check, please, Squeeps.
That
This is
can't.
during the
15.
during the
Okay.
night.
Yeah. It's like this is basically after Badger has come back.
Okay. Go ahead and tell him this roll. I have some. I have mind.
You cut out like 3 times. What did you say?
I was saying handle Luke's roll.
Oh, he did.
and
He
I'll-
got we already did. He got a 15.
Right. So I was saying, like, if you needed to do anything with that or not.
No.
alright.
He's making progress. Nothing too special this time around.
It absolutely slipped the mind of Nay, but it is something that she's probably thinking of right now. Where is the graveyard to this town?
The graveyard. Make an investigation check, because you wouldn't know that offhand.
No, I would not. Let my character sheet load here real quick. Excellent. 0 investigation.
Excellent.
Rolled an 18. Not a worry.
All right.
Is there anybody that's proficient in investigation?
Nope.
I don't think
Okay.
so. Oh, Lem is.
Oh, thank God. At least one person.
I'm a scholar and a clerk. Well, not really a scholar.
Nah, Lem, you're
mostly a clerk.
You're nothing. You're a clerk.
Clerk.
I'm a clerk.
You do.
Like a
you
bank,
do. You
bank
do
clerk or like
roles.
library clerk?
Clerk at a temple.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, more like library clerk.
Yeah, Lem was in charge of the money. We don't talk about where it ended up.
You'll
Okay, so
notice
he was
I'm
both
on sabbatical from the temple.
for a long time, for maybe forever.
Bishop, you okay? What's going on with you?
Cat battling.
The cat has failed her will save against eating the wires that are dangling so temptingly, so we're relocating the cat.
I just like it. It looks like you were robbed right now.
Yeah,
Like
the
we're watching like
webcam
the
is
very end of
dangling.
it.
Anyway, all right. So, yeah. So pretty easily enough. Nay, you walk out and you ask some of the guard who are on patrol as to the location of the graveyard. And you will be pretty quickly directed. It is not connected to any temple, but it is adjacent to one. As you kind of make your way towards, it takes about I'd say about a 30-minute walk from your location.
Mm-hmm.
You can see that there is a very, very large patch, or a very large section of earth that has various sets of graves that are set up. And as you kind of glance over, make me a religion check, I suppose.
Well, that's a natural 20 plus
Okay.
2 for 22.
Actually, you know what?
22.
I'd actually probably make this at disadvantage,
All right.
just because.
Oh, no.
Well,
Another
that's a
natural
14, so that's not bad. So it'll be 16 overall.
Well, there you go, I suppose. You look over, and you can see there is this dark marble temple. Flat roof. You can see that there are a couple of windows that are almost blotted, that are stained windows that are stained this very dark gray, almost black. And just above the entryway to this temple, you can see what looks like a skeletal hand reaching upwards, and in its grasp are two scales, or a set of scales. And there is this very, very odd moment of just you staring at this, and you start to feel almost like, let's say the best way I could describe it is anger, but an indirect anger. And you, for some reason, kind of just get a name popped into your head, and you hear the name Kalimvor. The Lord of the Dead and Judge of the Damned. You know that he is the and you somehow you would know that this is the deity who holds domain over death.
And it's not me feeling anger.
It's almost like a residual anger, like something. It's like when you have a close friend that's really angry, and just you get mad for them by proxy.
It's the vibes.
Yeah, that's basically what it is. It's like it's you're not mad, but there's definitely something that's upsetting you. But you don't know what it is. You have no inclination of where it's coming from. It's just this very kind of bad feeling in your stomach almost.
Right. Then at the very least, with that kind of thought, I would think that means there might be someone here that's not happy with having been passed. So I will, maybe for a good hour, maybe sit and try to listen for anyone not here.
Yeah, make a perception check.
That's 3 plus 5 for 8.
8. You sit down and just listen. Hear the chirping of crickets. Occasionally you'll see a guard pass by that'll kind of look over, give you like a raised eyebrow look, and just kind of watch you for a few moments before they realize you're not doing anything, and then walk off. But nothing. You can kind of hear somewhere off in the... You can hear a little ways off in the distance what sounds almost like a sound.
In the
Nothing
distance?
alarming. In the distance.
So does it just sound like the wind, or is it like someone's letting out like a breath of air?
Make a nature check.
Oh, that's a. Oh no, that's 7. 7 and 1 look very similar. But yeah, a 7 is just that.
7? Doesn't sound like a breath of air. Doesn't sound like the wind. And you only hear it like a couple times.
Maybe a moment now, Nay is going to look in that direction and eyes of the grave.
Sure. Eyes of the grave, you take a glance around. Nothing.
Then I should come back another time then. And I will get up and go back.
Alrighty. Sounds good. Anything else anyone wants to do? Alrighty. So, as you all kind of make your way to bed, everyone goes back to full HP. Spell slots if anyone used any. Wake up the next morning, Sweeps is dead.
No!
Oof.
Scrapes, you wake up dead.
Sweeps, you wake up dead.
No, she's gonna throw all my stuff in the big water.
The big water.
As you go, that literally reminds me of as you start to head south, you go north instead.
You notice the shiny, shiny railroad tracks.
Yes, the shiny railroad.
You hear a voice in your head, and he says, "Think about the rabbits."
Oh no.
Oh God.
Complete sidebar. I'm a part of another campaign. Yesterday, we had just finished up something in the mansion, and one of the players went, I look over here at this door, what do I see? And they go, it just looks like the rest of the mansion. And I just offhandedly joked, like, you see a brick wall, fuck you. We're ending the session.
You see a brick wall, fuck you. Anyway, as the next morning comes, Badger, you wake up a little bit, still possibly a little frazzled from the night before.
Yep.
As you probably didn't realize they have abilities like that. Malik, you will. I think you two share a room, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you will wake up way before Malik does, but you will see him passed out on the floor, either on a bed or on the floor, wherever he wants to sleep.
I sleep on the floor always.
Eventually, the rest of you come to consciousness. I'd say Malik maybe a little bit later than the others, but eventually you all reconvene downstairs. You can choose to purchase meals if you'd like. The tavern downstairs doesn't seem to be too busy at the moment. But you guys also recall that the guard did say that the arena was going to be reopening today, but you weren't told when. So, up to you guys what you'd like to do.
I'm gonna get a little breakfast from the barkeep and kind of ask what time the arena might be opening. Because he's the guy that we originally submitted our
Garmish,
entry
yes.
to, right?
Garmish,
Yeah.
yes.
So I'm gonna see if he knows all that info.
Garmish will kind of put in your guys' order. I'd say go ahead and for the 7 of you, two silver apiece. So it'd be what, gold and 4 silver for breakfast.
I'll put in a gold.
I spent all my money. I had plans on getting this really great bag, but the bag was really expensive, and I'm really hungry.
I absolutely cover the meal for both of us.
Right. So
if I overhear that, like
yeah,
if you're
so
asking Void specifically,
Belmondo's paying a gold, and then you're gonna pay the last 4 silver. All right.
that seems reasonable.
Sure.
That seems very. I just got free breakfast. Thank you. I'll pay back, David. I'll give him 2 silver.
No, it's fine.
Shit.
I just didn't want to deal with silver.
Garmish
I'll keep it.
Garmish will say, I think they said something about the god coming by to inform any contestants who are here. I'm surprised you're going to continue on, actually. Apparently a number of teams dropped out after the incident.
Okay.
That was
Hello, eyes on the prize, of course.
I suppose drive is definitely an aspect that is good to have. But just be careful.
Interesting point. We were told about a half orc that was missing. Was that one of the teams that approached us about that, or just?
Nope. The 2 people that approached you were not people you saw at the arena.
Okay.
Nah, he's been gone for what, week and a half? Long before this whole thing started.
I mean, I'm just curious because, I mean, it's a little bit weird that we had to face off against weird spider creatures, and then, like, maybe the same time frame someone disappeared. Just thought.
I'm sorry. What are you talking about?
Oh, you weren't told about this. There was a half orc. Apparently, he has been missing. He went out to go ahead and get desserts, and then immediately disappeared.
Oh, you're also looking for him?
It was actually last seen here about a week and a half ago.
Yes, I know who you're talking about. Yes, we had 4 individuals actually come in asking for him. Yes, interesting. I didn't realize you were looking for him as well.
Well, it sounds like half the city's looking for him at this point.
And can I sidebar? Who's this half-orc that we're talking about?
Someone want to describe him?
Yeah.
I didn't put down on my notes. All I have was half work.
Yeah, so this half-orc named Gontiel.
Was he one of the 3
Yep.
people on that team, Badger?
Sorry, what?
Wasn't he there like a half-orc and a dragonborn in that team that we were supposed to...
Oh, them guys what got munched the other day? No, that's different
Oh.
half-orc.
Got it.
Let's see.
I had forgotten they got munched.
Yeah, there's just a greasy smear on the sand right now.
Looks like we got we did job done.
It was less grease than
I
it was
assume
blood.
you're not saying this amongst your group.
No, this is very sidebar. Sidebar
Yeah.
Badger.
Okay.
Sidebar
Good to
Badger.
clarify.
Make sure you
New scrutiny
clarify
on the
that
side.
because if you were saying that in front of the group,
Hey,
then
dude.
that was gonna be an issue.
In front of the bar guy, like everybody.
Yeah, we're the ones that did that.
I can't believe we
It
got away
was
with
us.
murdering.
Yeah, right in front of the guard.
Awesome. So many deaths.
Guys,
Were we starting
Badger,
again?
Did
I
you
just
manage to
murdered.
get rid of the other people?
Yeah, no, that
Boyd's head just creaks sideways like a robot.
David, I put your camera down, God damn it. Thank you. All right.
Okay.
So-
So the half orc male. So the half orc gentleman. He has filed tusks, ear piercings, and 1 chin piercing.
Mhm.
He has a shaven shaven head, set of tattoos over his neck and extending to the clavicle. Been a week and a half, and I was told that Frera was looking for him. They were told that Brendan was looking for him.
Roche.
Mhm.
Right.
And he'll say, Garmesh will say, oh, well, I'll certainly let you know if you're also on the hunt for him. He was an odd individual.
how so?
Well, he almost had a 1,000-yard stare at for everyone that he looked at. He was he's also very, very displeased with everything. Not that he was complaining about the service or anything, but it seemed like any time he talked to anyone or interacted with anything, he didn't seem like he was happy in any way.
Any chief complaints, or did it all sort of focus on one thing in particular, or
Just
sort of in
generally,
general?
and generally, anytime the servers would go ask him how his meal was, or ask him if he'd like a refill, he would either say that he would treat everything as if it was an inconvenience. Like even just talking to him was an inconvenience.
did he stay here?
For a couple of days, yes, before he left.
Oh, so he wasn't like staying here when he disappeared. He checked out and left of his own.
He left of his own volition. His friends were here. They were. His friends came here saying that they were looking for him. They were staying. Let's say where they were staying, actually. Now that I think about it.
I want to make an insight check to see whether or not this bartender is keeping information to themselves or not.
Sure, make an insight check.
Rolled a 12, and that will be 12 plus 5 for 17.
17? I mean, he seems to be trying to recall information best he can, but whether or not he's intentionally trying to hide anything from you, you can't really tell.
So this half-orc, is he like a child or like an old codger
no,
or like
no. He's
young adult?
He's quite grown.
Oh, old enough to take care of himself. And
Yes, I'd say maybe around his 40s. He's definitely an older gentleman. He was definitely an older gentleman.
right.
And let's see. He'll kind of commercial kind of think for a moment. I want to say he was wearing. I believe it was dark metal armor. Like closer to black, almost. Had a very odd sort of. It's hard for me to describe it really. Belmondo, you use a great sword, right?
Yeah.
He'll say, "Can I see your sword really quick?"
Yeah, sure.
He'll take it for a moment and set it down. So it's this sort of blade, but it's and he'll show that there's kind of the blade kind of has hooks going off the sides of it at different sections.
Belmundo's blade or this guy's blade did?
That guy's blade did.
Ah.
But he's just kind of using Belmundo's sword as an example.
Yeah.
Thank you, and he'll give you your sword back.
Man, this guy sounds like he's really tough.
He definitely looked it. He was rather well built.
Well, then how come he's missing?
People of all sorts tend to go missing.
Some go missing of their own decision. You know, you cross the wrong guy or the wrong group, and suddenly it's find a random corpse, throw your necklace around it, throw him in the river, and they think you're dead.
I don't think people would throw people in the river a lot, would they?
Well, I'm just saying, if this guy's wanting to skip town, or maybe he was kidnapped, maybe he just owed someone some money and skipped town. Never know.
Maybe he got an urgent missive and had to leave, and just maybe it was a private matter. Didn't want to tell his friends. I mean, there are, I don't know, court hearing. You're needed. Whatever.
I suppose anything is possible. But again, I didn't really know the man too well. As I said, he wasn't a very kind individual, not the kind that I like to put too much attention into if they're, going to be displeased with everything.
Right.
But as I said, as I was saying to your previous question, I think the god should be around soon, just to collect individuals. Until then, please relax. If you need any refills, let me know. And he'll just kind of go back to cleaning out. He'll just go back to cleaning out some glasses, and then wiping off some of the plates. Anything else anyone wants to do in the moments? Chris is thinking.
I have a place I want to go to, but not
Okay.
here.
Alrighty.
Later.
Excuse me. After about 20-ish minutes, as you guys are kind of coming to the end of your breakfast, you'll see Kira come down. You see she looks very, very tired.
Hello.
She goes, "Hey, how's it going?" She'll go over to the side, grab some food, come back over. She'll order some food, and we'll kind of come over to your table. Won't sit, but we'll kind of get close to. So, you guys still going?
Mm-hmm.
That is the intent.
Cool. I'm not sure if I'm gonna continue on, honestly. I don't know. Kind of got a bit more rocked than I was expecting in that first fight, and apparently it only gets harder from there.
Problematic.
I can't exactly blame you for going solo.
It's not by choice. I invited someone to come with me, but he didn't really want to. He wasn't up for the travel.
Was it a half-orc? Did it
was
have
not
black armor?
It was not a half orc actually. It was my it was my younger brother. But
Oh.
he isn't really the he's not really the adventurous type.
Well,
That's very fair.
I mean, Badger, you were looking for people to join a big group. Can't we can have her here, right? I mean, what are they? Is that against the rules?
It's too late since we already registered the
I do
group,
appreciate
so-
the offer, but yeah, I don't think I can. I think it's a little too late in the tournament for me to join up with anyone else.
Well, what if we call you Malak? Because Malak wasn't in the other battle. We could do that.
They've already seen the thing.
They've already seen me.
You just make it a really good disguise.
Well, you could at least come hang around and watch us cheer us on, right?
Yeah, for sure. And then, well, I guess I don't know. I'll decide once I guess they come around, or let us know when the tournament's starting up again. But yeah, definitely I'll come check it out. Make sure you guys don't die.
Are you pretty set on not doing it at this point, or are you still on the fence?
50-50.
Let us be realistic. I'd be doing this anyway. So, and I did get clarification. There's nothing against helping another team, only harming them. Do you mind a little bit of assistance? And if you don't participate, it's nothing.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check, Lim.
Oh boy. How am I at that? I'm okay at that. All right. Come on, dice. Let's tell a cool story. That was hilariously cocked. That was okay. 18?
18? All right. Yeah, she'll kind of look over at you, smiles, and just puts her hand out towards you.
Right. So I'm gonna do the vigilant blessing on her, and I'm also going to cast aid, targeting her, Nay, and Squeeps.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good idea. She'll chuckle to herself. Thanks. I don't know. Maybe I'll continue on. Anyway, there was something I wanted to ask you all before I go eat. Do you guys know anything about those creatures? I know I saw you guys dealing with them while I was helping getting civilians out, but
Woof!
Wolf. You see her demeanor sort of shifts, and she gets momentarily pissed off, for lack of a better term. She goes, "Yeah, I'm familiar." Anyway, it's good to know. Let me know if you hear anything about them, alright? If anything else comes up. Thanks.
Yeah, that whole thing is just, yeah.
I'd like to kind of, if there's, I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm fully willing to accept that perhaps they maybe got the jump on these things to capture them, but I have a really bad feeling about all that. That didn't seem like that fight seemed intentional.
You think these things were not captured thinking they was just beasts, but they was intentionally added to this roster, knowing what they was?
Well, considering how violent they were, and they were clearly above, they seemed more dangerous than anything else that was going on that day. That was going on that day.
And one of them was literally clergy. I mean, that's not I've captured a wolf in the forest. That's I've performed a kidnapping.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyway, like I said, please just let me know what's going on if you hear anything. She'll give a smile. She'll smile and kind of tap the table once before making her way over to the bar and being served her breakfast. Eventually, the guard will come around, and you see a couple of them walk in. They'll say, one of them will come in and be like, "Alright, so, if anyone is still competing in the tournament, please follow me. We will be escorting you over to the arena." At this point, Kira will stand up, stretch, and we'll follow you guys out, I suppose.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So, as you guys make your way over to the arena, a couple things stand out to you. Number one, much heavier guard presence than there's been in days prior, both inside and outside the arena. Number two, significantly less patrons.
Wonder why.
There's still a very good size audience here, but it's definitely not on par with where you guys were with your first in your first fight. The third thing that stands out to you is people are being looked over as they enter the arena and like searched. And as you guys approach, you will be searched.
Yep.
Squeeps, you'll be patted down. Is anyone trying to hide anything?
No.
I mean, we're allowed to take weapons and shit in.
You are
Yeah.
allowed to take weapons and everything,
Yeah.
but I'm asking, is there anything like anything that you guys would have on your person that's like, oh god, I don't want them to see this?
Not really.
Nope.
Not unless they try to get under my mask.
8 pounds of phase res. No.
I mean, I'm just bringing stuff that I think I would need for the tournament. So
Pretty
it's not like
much,
I've got my
same.
whole pack full of everything.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Nothing hidden.
I will ask Badger. So you never discarded those pictures, did you?
No, I didn't.
Where were you keeping them?
Oh, those are in my pack back at the inn now that the job's done.
Okay. Fair enough. So each of you will be just patted down. Weapons will be your weapons will be checked for any sort of, any hidden compartments, poisons, stuff like that. Anything that could be a detriment to somebody else. Not basically things that could be used on other teams, not for like fighting. And then Void, they would actually ask you to lift up your mask.
Can we do this somewhere private?
That can be done, yes.
And I'm going to warn you, you can't unsee what you're going to see.
Make an intimidation check.
Oh, I want them to see it. I just...
Okay, alright.
I'm just letting them know.
Make a subtle threat check.
Subtle threat check. 17.
How persuasive is your trigger warning?
You will see, as you say this, the usher that is currently in the process of patting you down is like this younger human, maybe about like 19, 20 years old. He just kind of looks at you, and you just see this subtle fear go across his face. And he just kind of looks over at the other ushers who are in the process of patting down the rest of your group, and he just goes, "You can go past her, thank you."
Are you sure? I mean, I don't want to break regulation.
Yep, you're fine, yep.
All right. Have a good day.
He's like a 6'7"
Uh-huh.
guy with
I'm
the tail.
Yeah.
I'm 7'2".
7'2". Guy with a tail. I don't think anybody can mistake him for anyone else.
Yep. Eventually you will all be led into the same waiting area as before. You will see, after about 10 minutes, Let me think out. You will see Darian and the Ironclad Jesters, or the Ironclad, the Ironclad Jesters walk in, and they will greet you all with a very happy smile and say, "Well, hello there.
Hello.
I was worried that you would be one of the teams that dropped out. It's good to see you all."
You know how many teams, Olaf?
I don't. I just heard that the number had dropped out after what you all accomplished that day. I figured you would want to take some time off. But good to see you nonetheless. And they will all kind of walk in, give warm handshakes or hugs to whoever will accept. As you were given hugs, Gregan, the rotund human with the large hammer will come over, and as you open your hands, he will hoist you up like a child and give you a big hug in the air. And he will set you back down. And Darren will say, well, I suppose at this point it is just waiting game, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Eventually you will see Kira walk in. She'll kind of shrug her shoulders and say, well, you convinced me. And we'll go in and kind of sit down next to you guys. I'd like, let's go ahead and one person roll me a d6.
Singular.
Singular d6.
I am missing a D100. I'm good.
Whoever does it first.
I'll do it. 6. Oh, Chris got to it first.
4. Alright, with a 4, you will see those same sort of dour group from before walk in, hands in the pockets, not really acknowledging anyone else. They'll kind of throw some glances to everyone else before, like the edgelords they are, retreating into the corner.
Hello.
Make a persuasion check.
I'm good at that. Oh. 10.
Not even a hint of acknowledgement. They want you to approach them, Squiz, about their dark and brooding past.
My dark backstory, how I defeated 300 demons.
Kill me if a player ever comes to me with that backstory.
I'm gonna do it one of these days.
David, I will kick you out so fast. I will veto
just
that
murder the
character
character.
so
Session
fast.
1.
Eric, have you ever had to veto a character?
Yeah,
God,
a centaur.
Yeah, centaur.
Well, that never got past like.
No,
like, concept
no,
stage.
but I have had to kick a player out before.
Yeah. Well, you know.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, I don't think there was ever a character concept that I was like, no, not the character concept, but the player tried to be creepy with one of their characters. I'll tell the story at a different time. But I did have a guy try to get very, very creepy with one of his characters, and I was like, no, we're not fucking doing that.
Woo.
I'm gonna shut that down real fast.
Good.
But as you guys are all sat in here, the arena master will actually be the one who enters, and he will. I don't think I ever described him, did I? The arena master has very long, dark hair, almost jet black, that is tied back. That is tied back at the moment, but you remember on the day of, it was just kind of free flowing. He's a human with a mustache and goatee, with a full goatee. Huh?
My sewing peppers split open and there's sand everywhere.
Clean it. With a full goatee. His eyes are very, very nice, light brown, almost hazel. He's adorned in a set of robes, which are a bit form-fitting. And you can see sort of emblazoned into the left side is the symbol of House Vesic. There's a set of tight dark brown pants on, and a set of what some of you could discern as combat boots. They are very much made to. They're made to withstand a lot of punishment. He has a set of gloves on, a necklace around his neck, almost like a choker, where you can see sort of dangling from it is this very odd wooden carving of a dragon. And as he enters, he says, "Hello, everyone. And thank you all for being here. I'm going to be addressing you today just in the wake of everything that has transpired. First and foremost, I'd like to offer my apologies to all of you for the events that transpired. And I very much we all here appreciate that you are willing to continue on in the tournament. A couple things that have happened as such, as the things have transpired. Number one, we can assure you that we have taken every precaution with the creatures that are remaining. We have hired additional tamers in order to ensure that the beasts that remain are on the level. They've been inspected for any sort of arcane tampering or any sort of drugging that may have gone on for them. We do have some constructs as well that are participating in this tournament. We can assure you that they have been made. They've been made with the purpose of competing here in this tournament and have been thoroughly checked over so as not to go haywire, have any mishaps happen. As you can see, the guard has been raised here, and we are going to do our best to have them intrude as little as possible. However, we have set up some we have had some posted closer to the sands in case of an emergency. So should you find yourself in a bad situation, they will attempt to get onto the field as quickly as possible. But that being said, that does not mean you are safe from. That doesn't guarantee your safety. It just guarantees that we are going to make an attempt to not see you die. It will see you die to something that we did not plan on having. But as per the contract signed, you are still liable for damage. We are not liable for damages, and there is still the chance of death. Do you all understand that?
Yeah.
Very well.
I do.
Very well. They are in the process of getting the roster ready. It should be done in a couple of minutes. We weren't sure who's going to be showing up today. Should you need any snacks or drinks, we'll have a couple of ushers come in here to get you what you need. And I recommend taking this time to get yourselves prepared. Thank you.
Water.
As I said, the ushers will be around shortly. And he will make his way out. A couple minutes later, whatever snacks and drinks you guys want will be brought to you. Let's go ahead.
I request a water, and then I just hand my extra water to him, to them. Squeeps, to Bird.
Whatever it is.
I hand my thing to Bird stage right.
While we are waiting. Oh, go
splash
ahead.
it on myself. Oh wait, that's level 2. Okay.
All
I only can cast at level 2.
Alrighty.
While we are in the middle of the waiting here, there's a moment where Nay is just finishing up, stretching her arm for a little bit, and Badger, are you afraid of spiders?
Nah, why?
Oh, well, I was just curious because when we had that big fight, I saw that you were running toward the people out there and didn't really hit anyone. So I was just curious.
No, I was trying to get people out of the hallway. These things seemed like they was gonna be making a break for it, and wanted to clear people out so this wasn't getting stabbed and trampled on the way through, right?
I would like to make an insight check on that.
Make an insight check. Make an insight check. Badger, make the appropriate check.
15.
I mean, I'm not exactly lying.
So just make the appropriate check.
I guess I don't really know what that would be.
Persuasion.
Persuasion. Oh, okay.
Since you're not lying.
A 9.
9? Seems to be on. He seems to be on the level. My question is, although I guess my follow-up question to that, Badger, would be: are you telling a half-truth?
I'm not sure because I originally intended to open the door to let them out and didn't realize.
In that case, no. It is a persuasion. So I mean, Nay,
Okay.
as you ask him, he seems to be. He doesn't seem to have any malice in his tone. He's not hiding anything.
Okay. Just... I need you to understand that I heal people. And if something were to happen to Void and you could have stepped in and helped, we'd be having a very different conversation.
Well, see, the thing I'm not really understanding is you like one of them clairvoyant type things? Can predict the future, see who gets hurt and who doesn't? I mean, if I hadn't have stepped in to help and get them people out of the hallway and them things started trampling through, would we be having the same situation with, neighbor down the road what got stepped on by a spider? I mean, I can't really see the future and know who would get hurt and who wouldn't. But I seen a bunch of people in the hall, and I'm like, well, I'm gonna get them blokes out.
There's a moment where that smile is still there, but it's clear there's definitely some intent behind the eyes.
I mean,
Like I said,
if you think one life's worth more than a couple dozen, then
yes, I do.
that's on you.
But like I said, if it would something happened, there would be an entirely different conversation. So all I'm asking is for you to be a team player.
Is that not what I was doing? Safety of the city and whatnot.
The rest of us hearing this?
Yes, you are, absolutely.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if I could chime in.
Why not?
Why not?
I don't know. Maybe they're off to the side.
No, you were hearing this. This is not.
They're
a
talking
private
about Void.
conversation.
You're telling me you were thinking about the safety of the city while also attempting to get them outside?
Look, it seems to me
into
like
the
these
crowd?
things, intelligent creatures, right? Been captured, forced to
Yeah.
fight to the death, right? If that was me,
Correct.
I'd be trying to get out. If they's trying to get out through a crowd of people, that'd be one real messy smear down that entire hallway, right?
In the second they get out into the rest of the city, where there's a lot of people,
Then they get out of the city.
That's the
killing a
thing,
lot
though.
of people in the process.
That's the thing, though, Void. It didn't seem like they were going after, the people in the stands. They were going after the guards who were in their way and the people who were sent to, to kill them. I'm not saying, that they would have been harmless by any means, but it's not clear how much malice was actually in them.
I don't know.
I can drive a car.
Oh, also there's that. Right. I keep forgetting. You're a caravaneer. That's not like caravaneers are wonderful folk. It's just maybe not as much experienced in running directly at monsters. Much more
Yeah.
in the getting people to places they need to be.
Yeah, I ain't exactly got a big sword or heavy armor like our friend over here, pointing to Belmundo.
Mm-hmm.
And I ain't exactly skilled in the divine arts of healing, Ivor.
Well, then
Did what I
forgive me.
thought was best.
Well, then forgive me.
Think nothing of it. I'm sure it's just a bit of pre-fight jitters, right?
Of course.
It's all good.
I would like to reach into my pocket, and I'm going to pull out 2 somewhat shiny stones, and I'm going to hand one to each Badger and Edna. It's kind of like pat,
It's a peace offering.
yeah, pat their arms.
Right.
Just like, these are my most precious stones. Be friends.
Nice.
Nay, we're gonna do our level best to keep Void, here and perplexing us, right? And I am actually going to cast Aid again, targeting Malik and Badger and Void.
Okay. Hey, Nay, what's your
Hey, just give us
passive?
some points.
What's your passive perception?
15.
15. As you're finishing this and you're still kind of massaging out your wrists and relaxing, you glance over and you can see the blue dragonborn from that darker group is kind of side-eyeing you.
Oh, good, a friend. And I am going to immediately just dart over to where this Dragonborn is.
As soon as he sees you start moving towards him, you see he goes from like this curiosity to, great, what the fuck did I just do? And we'll go back to his group.
Yeah, that's what you get for googly eyeing.
Yeah, this is what he gets. This is what he gets for not being the edgy brood lord.
He should have looked down on the ground
I
with his
know.
fucking hood over his head.
They're all huddled in a corner like a mischief of rats.
So you will approach them, and they will all kind of glance over at you.
Hi. Specifically over to the blue Dragonborn, I will hold up a bent leaf.
Make a persuasion roll.
12 plus 5 for 17.
He'll slowly hold his hand out towards you.
I will put the mint leaf in his hand.
He'll cup his hand around it, but he won't put it in his mouth.
I'm sorry to play. I was a little bit antsy for a while there. Did you need to say something to me?
Make another persuasion roll.
17 plus 5 for 23.
Jesus Christ, nay. He'll look. He'll sigh and just go. That was cool.
No, what's really cool is when you put the mint leaf in your tongue and it just fills up your mouth. That's what's cool.
And they're all just staring at you at this point.
If any of you want a mint leaf as well, I think I have 7 more.
Give me one more persuasion roll. Why not? Why not? Let's see if they'll accept the mint leaf.
10.
10.
Fuck off, we're listening to Simple Plan.
The fuck out of my room! I'm playing Minecraft. I'm listening to music you wouldn't understand, Mom. It's indie blue new metal rap. Indie blues new metal rap.
Mom, it's not a fad. I love Limp Bizkit, okay?
Don't
wanna
understand the
break
subtleties
stuff.
of chocolate starfish.
Anyway.
Insane Cloud Posse is deep.
We're not spitting curse, we're juggalos.
Oh my fucking god. Anyway, at that point, they all kind of turn away from you and disregard you.
All right. Nice talking with you. And I will go back to the group.
Alright. After another couple minutes, unless there's anything anyone else wants to talk to? Alright. A couple minutes go by, and eventually you will see one of the ushers come in with a roster. Let's see which fight you guys get.
I get
Are
a
you
good
get
one.
Jack Frogs?
That's right. 5 owlbears.
2 stone defenders.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Alrighty. So, as you guys go ahead and take a look at the roster, you can see that Kira is going to be fighting 2 dire wolves and 2 regular wolves.
Oh, come on.
As I said, the fights weren't exactly balanced by the... They're not balanced by the team. They're just encounters. Let's see. And then you guys are next fighting the Stone Guardians or Stone Defenders. Because the Stone Guardian is much harder. Gotta remember that. Would you guys rather fight the CR2 creature or the CR18 creature?
Fuck it, just send in the Tarask. Who cares?
Kill us all. It's fine.
The Ironclad Jesters are going to be fighting against 2 of those giant snapping turtles that you had specifically seen, Badger. And the final one, the Empty Wanderers, are going to be fighting
A sea dragon.
Make an Arcana check.
Ooh. Natural 1. Nay will have no clue.
That's 11 minus 2. That's a 9.
11?
Anyone else?
I got a 3. I don't.
Oh, everyone?
Doesn't matter.
Everyone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perception check?
No.
Arcana.
Arcana.
Oh. Well, that's 14 plus... What's my plus? Something.
Good, because I
Plus
rolled
1.
6.
15.
Nice.
15
Not
and
bad.
Void?
5.
So all of you
like
are staring. So all of you are
Hey, who's
staring
the
at
magic
this.
kid?
So all of you are staring down at the name.
Aren't
And
they
you're-
supposed to write this in common?
No, and it's in common, but you're like, what the hell are hook horrors? Belmundo,
Oh, for real?
you know what hook horrors
Oh.
are. They are also denizens of the Underdark, however, severely less intelligent than the Cauldron and Kaiten, much more feral. So these are actual beasts of the Underdark. And you also know that they are incredibly dangerous, but you also know that they can be controlled to some degree.
We're doing this shit again.
It's up to you, Belmundo, whether you'd like to bring attention to this with the organizers or not. Because you're the only person who knows what these things are.
Yeah, I'll tell them about it. Just give them a quick rundown. That's about it.
Good guy, Belmundo.
Alright, so you're telling your group and the organizers, I assume?
Yeah, just in case.
Alright, so all of you are informed as to what the hell these things are. They look like this.
Wolf! Wolf! Wolf!
It's not clarifying, but there it is. They look like that.
I'm pogging out.
And as you address this with the tournament with the organizers, you see, you say, one of them will say, "Rest assured, we made sure to do our research this time around."
Wolf! Wolf!
Well, They have been taken care of, and we have been able to put them under a sort of trance almost. They'll still be a threat, but they're not going to be a threat to the public at large.
We have 3 snipers at the towers, so if they start getting out of the way, we just have to say, take the shot.
Alrighty. So, I assume you guys are gonna start heading up to the viewing box?
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
So, as you head on up, you see, like I said, there's a decent amount of empty seats in the Coliseum, but still a very good size contingent of people. And as this is going on, the tournament organizer will step out, or the arena master will step out into the sands, and you will hear the crowd already starts kind of clapping and applauding. So with the same sort of vim and vigor as before, and you will hear the arena master call out to everyone. Citizens and visitors here in Trezek, we sincerely apologize to all of you for the events that transpired days ago. But rest assured, we have many exciting bouts coming for blah 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 blah. I literally have a script here and I can't read it. Folks, this is what happens when you only get 2 hours of sleep. Your brain go to mush. You get smooth brain. It not good. Anyway, we have many exciting bouts that you will witness today. And first, the competitor from across the seas, Kira! And as he says this, you will watch as Kira steps out. She seems energetic, but there's still that air of trepidation that you all can see on her. She doesn't walk with that same sort of full stride that she did before, the first time she came into the arena. And as she steps out, you will watch as the gates at the far end will be opened, and you will hear the creaking of cages as 2 dire wolves and 2 much smaller wolves will step out and just begin glaring at her and snarling. So, we'll go ahead and get the music going here. So, it gets much harder for her from here on out. So, I'm gonna start with Chris and Luke, like we did before. I want you guys to call the higher 7 or the lower 7.
Oh, like 7 or 17?
So, essentially, 14 through 20 or 1 through 7.
Oh.
She has a significantly less of a chance of succeeding succeeding this fight. So
Lower.
Lower? Okay. Luke?
Higher.
Do you have advantage on any of these at all?
Oh, first one, yes. First one she had advantage on. Okay, with advantage. The first one was a success, the second one was a failure.
Don't kill our daughter. Come over there and kick your ass.
Jordan? Lower or
High or
higher?
low? Lower.
I rolled low, but I didn't roll low enough. So, as she sort of once again takes a moment, clutching that same holy symbol, you watch as that same sort of orb of that purplish white energy forms around her. As the creatures charge into her, she once again kind of takes a defensive stance and sort of anticipating the same way as she did with the boars. She manages to sort of get one under the chin, pushing her. You see, she pushes her knuckle up into the bottom of it, and you actually can see some of the flesh from the underside buckle upwards against her fist. And as she does so, she kind of swings her leg. She kind of goes into like a 3-point stance, swings her leg, and manages to catch one of the smaller wolves in the side. And as she's trying to recover, the one she'd actually punched up in the chin recovers much quicker than what she was anticipating, and actually leaps onto her and knocks her back about 5 feet as one of the other dire wolves runs up and just takes a huge claw slash into her, taking a good chunk out of her arm. Chris, higher or lower?
Low, because I always do low.
Okay. Luke, higher or lower?
Hi.
Okay. And David, higher or lower?
High. Always go high.
So that's where we're standing right now. 3-3. So
Not bad.
Not bad at all. So as she sort of rolls back and gets and recovers for a moment, you see that she's already you see her hands already kind of shaking as she gets back up onto her feet. The two smaller wolves, the two bigger wolves kind of snarl for a moment and get into a lower point as the two smaller wolves run up. She sort of takes a deep breath. As they both leap up towards her, you watch as she quickly kind of recants an incantation. You see her arm goes that same sort of black as before. She reaches up, grabs one of the wolves by the throat, and as the marks start going across its body, she actually takes it, pulls it up, and slams it down into the other wolf. And as she does so, as the impact hits, you watch as the body of the first wolf just goes flying off. And she just has the head of it in her hand. As she drops it, she kind of reaches off to her side, pulls a dagger really quick, and goes down, stabbing into it. The wolf starts squirming on the ground, but as this happens, she looks over and the two dire wolves charge her. One of them kind of just gets her once again with a headbutt, and as she sort of staggers backwards, the other one leaps up, managing to get almost to her neck, but right clamping onto her shoulder, and kind of just pins her down to the ground. It's just holding her in place. Chris, higher or lower?
Higher.
Luke, higher or lower? Higher? Okay. Sushep, higher or lower?
Higher.
Good God. I rolled all higher.
That's my girl.
I rolled a 19, a 15, and a 13. Oh, man. Alright. So she's kind of down in the stance, panting, already starting to bleed pretty heavily. You watch as the smaller wolf on the ground just sort of succumbs to the dagger that is currently embedded into its chest. As the other dire wolf charges her, she kind of pushes up, the fangs of the first dire wolf still in her shoulder. She manages to get up to her full stance. She takes a breath. And as it leaps up onto her, you see she kind of just goes quiet for a moment. You see this look of like sadness across her face. Lem, you don't have observant, right?
I do not.
You guys can all kind of, you guys can make a perception. Anyone who's trained in perception can make a perception check here.
And
12.
12. Alright. Anyone else? No one else trained in perception?
I got
David was, but he
a
stepped
22.
away. Oh, 22?
Hey, man.
Yeah.
It's okay, David probably got called by family. So, Malik, as you're watching this, you will kind of watch her say, "Sorry, Dad." And she'll pull the sweater off she'll pull the jacket off from her waist, and she'll actually take it, push her hand forward almost like almost like a parachute almost, throws it, and it covers the wolf's face. And as it does so, it kind of snarls. As it gets close to her, she grabs both ends of it and yanks it down. And as she does so, she pulls her shoulder down. You see a huge chunk of flesh comes up, caught in the other wolf's teeth. But she kind of really quickly tightens the jacket around the first dire wolf's face as it kind of snarls, pulling her back and forth. In those moments, she sort of gets herself up, flips onto the back of the wolf and then just starts wham, wham, right into the thing's spine constantly. And as it does so, the other direwolf is sort of in the state of like, oh god, wait, I don't want to hurt my own thing, but I can't get to this person. And she starts kind of jerking the direwolf that she's currently riding around, using it as a makeshift shield against the other one. Eventually, she takes the flat of her palm, goes straight down, and once again, all of you sort of just hear this very audible snap as you watch as the wolf's back goes concave and falls to the ground. She pulls the jacket out from around. She pulls the jacket out from the other one, jumps to the other one, grabs onto its muzzle, just kind of holds it in place for a moment. There's this momentary struggle between the two of them as she manages to just pull it to the ground as hard as she can. Once again, recants an incantation with her final spell, with the final spell that she has. Pulls her hand back. You see that darkened energy. Come back around. As she does so, she actually pushes her fingers into the eye sockets of the wolf, and you watch as those same sort of black marks begin forming on the wolf's head, specifically around its neck. And she just holds it there for a good 2 to 3 seconds before you hear, and it decapitates the second direwolf. As she just kind of stands there, and then, in a moment of triumph, raises her fist to the crowd. At which point, you hear the crowd start roaring out. She's significantly less battered than she was last time because of good rolling.
Woo!
Oh man, I gotta be honest. I thought she was gonna fail there, but. Congratulations. Good job, Kira. And eventually, she will be led off, limping a bit, and holding her wounded shoulder. But she will be led off as you are all approached by the ushers, saying, "All right, well, we're gonna get everything ready for you all. If you'd like to start heading down."
Yeah.
Can I get a marching order, please?
I'll be towards the back.
I figured as much. I'm just going to turn on the ambience for the moment while we're figuring out marching order.
I'll be in the
Back middle.
Yeah.
All right, back middle.
I'll be in the middle.
Lem?
I guess toward the front.
Alrighty. I'll move you guys onto the battle map so you guys can do some arranging for yourselves.
I'll hold up my crossbow and show it today and say, I went shopping, you right? So maybe now I can protect that void a bit better to your liking, right?
Alright, you guys can go ahead and do some rearranging here. I'd say so you guys can go from here to here. So like that.
Yeah, right here will be plenty.
Okay, I'm back.
I only know.
Go ahead and Kira won her fight.
Is the jacket still on the ground?
No, she's picked it up.
Okay.
But you can see that the jacket is a little bit torn in places. But David, would you like to get any closer?
Nah, I'm good.
You're good where you are? Okay.
Yep.
Okay,
And is anyone... Oh, we're not rolling initiative yet, but we'll keep that in mind. It's okay. Belmondo got a 5.
Oh, right. Since she went before us and I can do this, I think I'm going to do Vigilant Blessing on Belmundo.
Oh, nice.
Since it's reusable, I just couldn't do it until
nice.
she'd gone.
Oh no, Chris.
Yay! I always roll bad on initiative.
All right.
At least your initiative, your
That's
initiative on that one
awesome.
is better than my normal initiative.
Guys.
What the fuck?
What does your thing do?
5,
It gives
5,
you advantage.
5,
It gives you advantage.
5, 5, 5.
12.
Oh.
I was 14, the high one, guys. No,
Hey.
don't let this happen.
Hey!
Yes, Squeeps. He's here to save the day.
All right, we're preemptively rolling initiative here. That's fine.
Hey, everyone
Type in
else is
initiative for
doing
the,
it.
Might not work.
in the
1,
chat.
2, 3, 4, 5,
Oh,
You,
6.
you need to
wait a
click on
minute.
your token for
You
it
click on
to.
I didn't do mine.
Oh, okay. Got the token.
Make sure you have your
Go
token
put it
selected.
in. Right, Eric.
Should be 6 point. Forgot about that.
Oh, I miss this small little goblin.
That's better.
All right.
I forgot
so
that Jack of all trades applies to
19
other things.
on Bajur.
How the hell are you guys rolling initiative?
You have
In
to click on your
the-
it's in your character sheet, dude.
You click your token, then in your character sheet, yeah.
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 Hmm.
Yeah.
Anyway, while he's figuring that out, you will once again hear the crowd begin to cheer as your group is announced, and you actually hear a much more vigorous cheer, as it seems that a lot of the population, it seems like a lot of the people here are aware that you were the ones who risked your lives to try to stop those people, to try to stop those creatures. And you actually see some people that are throwing flowers to you. You see some people. Squeeps, make a dexterity check for me.
1.
One.
Natural
You guys will all watch as something shiny goes flying through the air. And as Squeeps, you're like, oh, you look over just in time to see the shiny hit you right on the top of the head. No damage, but someone threw a gold piece at you.
Thank you!
And then they will say, and their opponents, courtesy of the engineers in Rexelto. And as he motions his hand over, you will see some rather strong individuals bringing out, on what are essentially dollies. You see these large blocks, large rectangular blocks, gold mostly, with sort of this marble inlay going up the sides. And as they push them out, they'll set them onto the sands, remove the dollies, and you will all watch as the gates close. There will be this momentary shake, and from the center of this construct, there will be a roll back as you see this large sphere, about the size of a human head, will roll upwards, lock into place, and in the front of it you will see this orange glow form, and these two constructs, their arms sort of stretch out with these two massive shields on their arms, maybe about 7 foot tall, that sort of get into place. Everyone's rolled initiative, I believe, except for Malik.
Oh, I rolled.
Oh, Malik got a 10. Alright,
There we
so
go.
let me go ahead and roll initiative for these boyos. You have got to be kidding me.
That
20.
20s.
Not at 20, but I rolled high.
Boo.
This is what you all get for rolling 5s. This is your fault.
Your fault. I'm fine. I got a 17.
I could have rolled higher if I chose a different D20, but I'm not gonna because the DM challenged me.
62.
Alright. So, switch us over to the battle.
Is there any sort of like hiding places, or is there any sort of like?
This is an open arena.
Got it. Perfect.
Alright, Badger, what are you doing?
Dude.
I am going to fire my crossbow at that one right there.
Alright, make an attack roll.
And what does... You said I was hit with bless, right? Is that Advantage or is
Aid.
that?
Aid.
Aid. Okay.
It increases your maximum hit points by 5 and also heals you 5 like at the same time. So
I gotcha.
So you just have more durability, as it were. Might last
5
another hit.
temp HP. Okay.
It's not temp HP. It's regular HP, which means temp HP can stack on top of it.
Oh, okay.
It's quite
you
nice.
raise your max, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you raise your max.
Nice. Okay. Yep. Shooting my crossbow at it.
Alrighty.
7.
7.
Yeah.
You reach up, boom, and as the bolt goes flying, it just sort of breaks against the. It doesn't even try to block it. It just breaks against the exterior of the golem.
It's my first day shooting a crossbow. Can't expect any better than that.
All right. So their turn. I assume, unless you want to move.
Oh yeah. Nope. I'm not moving.
All right. So they are both gonna get low, and they will use their actions to actually, they're gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Oh, and enlarge themselves now. 30. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and they are just going to stay there. And you see them both sort of dig their. You see them both sort of dig their shields into the ground. That's what they're gonna say, and that's what they're gonna do. Sweeps.
I'm going to use my dark powers to call upon the tentacle of the deep. Like
We're doing this again.
right here. It looks like a gun, but it's a tentacle. Trust me.
It's a tentacle gun.
And
Gun that shoots tentacles.
I'll get you a token for it eventually.
Thank you. And it can make a melee spell attack against one creature within 10 feet of it.
Go ahead.
So, yep. Oh! 18.
18 hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Alright. It's 2 cold damage, and its speed is reduced by 10 feet.
2 points of cold damage. Very, very nice.
Oh, it's a 10-foot long tentacle. So I don't know if it's a big object.
Do you want to go there?
No, I'm talking about token size, Eric.
A 10-foot long, so...
It could be just coiled up. Yeah.
Yeah, probably coiled up.
There you go.
Alright, and I'm a warlock, and I use Eldritch Blast.
Make an attack roll.
Oh my god.
What'd you roll?
It's 22.
That'll hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Hey.
10
Plus-
damage?
Plus my charisma, so 12.
Alrighty. Very, very nice. Anything else you'd like to do, Squeaks?
Oh, that'll be it.
Lem.
We're doing fairy fire on these guys. That's what we're doing.
Alrighty. Dexterity saving true. Fail. Success. So the one that was already struck was hit by the fairy fire.
Sounds good. And now that that is in place, I'm gonna back the heck off.
Alrighty.
Yes. Sounds good.
Bill Mundus.
Okay, let's see here. I'm gonna. How close are they to us?
20 feet. Go get him, Belmondo. You can do this, I believe in you.
Okay. Well, go forth.
Alright. As you come into melee range, their held actions are going to proc.
Uh-huh.
They're going to make 2 slam attacks against you.
Cool.
16.
I have AC of 16.
And a natural 20.
Nice.
Ooh.
How much damage?
Mondo, you take 36 points of damage.
Oh.
I hit the ground hard.
He ain't down yet, but he's really hurt.
Are you not down yet? I thought you would have been dead.
No.
He has 38 HP.
Ooh.
I rolled the highest for my HP last level and like was one off from like rolling the highest my HP the previous
so,
level.
as you go up with your sword, and you kind of just get ready to strike into them, you see them both sort of come to life. And as their big arms sort of go up, you're like, oh god. And as you try to put the blade up in time, one of them kind of just gets you in the stomach with one of its arms. You buckle forward, and the other one goes and puts a strike right to the back of your neck.
Why does that one have like a green mark on it?
It's very fired, so you have advantage against it.
Ah. Okay. Obviously,
But
that's
your vision
the one
sort
I'm
of goes doubled for a moment as you are barely standing.
I'm gonna try to murder this thing.
Alright, go for it.
How long do I have advantage on it for?
1 minute.
Okay. Great Weapon Master for first strike.
Mm-hmm.
15 plus whatever. 15 plus 1, so 16.
16 just hits.
Okay. So where's my 2d6? 7 plus. Let's see here. What's my plus? 7 plus 4, so 11, so 21 damage total.
21 damage total, alright.
I'm gonna keep.
As you go up and you swing, you kind of recovering out of this, you manage to get a good blow against its chest. And as your vision sort of finishes going double for a moment, you look up and you look at the strike. And that is not nearly as deep as you thought that was going to be.
The rocks, Mamundi.
Welp, there is only one thing I know how to do. I go in!
Are you gonna action search?
No, I'm gonna fucking use, what's it called? Fuck, what was the name of it? Unleash Incarnation?
You don't have...
So, like...
So do you have your...
Yeah, have my what?
So that requires you to have summoned your thing.
And your echoes action whenever you take an attack action. Ah, okay.
But you do still have a bonus action.
True, I do. Do I want to do it now? Nah, I want to surprise people for later.
Okay.
I'm going to bonus action. What's it called? Second wind.
Is second wind a bonus action?
Yeah, second wind.
It
is a
is.
bonus action.
Okay then. Go ahead and roll your second wind.
Okay.
3d10 plus fighter level.
Nope, it's
3d10.
1d10. 1d10
Yeah.
plus fighter level.
That'd be
That's,
awesome.
that's what I said. Free d10 plus fighter level.
How much HP do you heal?
5 total.
5 hit points. Alrighty. 5 HP.
Well, I might as well action surge this.
You're gonna
fucker.
action surge? All
I
right,
may as well
for
go
it.
all in.
Might as well.
Go for it.
Another 16.
Another 16 then. Alright, go and roll damage. Roll big, Belmondo.
5 plus 4, 19 total.
19 total, alrighty. Once again, it's just, you strike into it and it's just not doing as much as you thought it would. These things were built Ford tough. Anyway, I just skipped Malik. So Malik, you're up.
Alright. I'm just gonna hide behind Void and sneak with my bonus action because he's giant.
Yeah, sure. So you go
Gotta
ahead
get-
and you run back around. You go ahead and go 5, 10, 15 back behind Void. Go ahead and make a stealth check.
Yeah. 14 plus 5,
Okay.
so 19.
To your knowledge, you were hidden.
Alright, cool, then I'm just gonna snip him.
All right,
I'm
which
gonna snipe
one?
him from behind Void.
one?
The one on the left. The one that's been attacked by David, I think. That's
Oh,
the one
the
on the
very
left,
far
right?
one? So,
Yeah.
to point a note, you wouldn't have had to hide to shoot to get your
Oh,
sneak
for
attack on that
advantage.
one because you have advantage.
Yeah, advantage
Oh,
or someone like
because
5 feet in front of it
Yeah.
as well.
Oh, well. It doesn't really matter. I can't do much with my bonus action anyway
Alright, go
because
for
that.
it.
So, I'm just gonna shoot him right in the head.
Go for it. At advantage.
Ooh. Oh, thank God. 15 plus 5.
Well,
So 20 with my
Go
short
ahead and
bow.
roll damage with sneak attack.
That's 2d6.
2d6 for sneak attack, and then I think 1d6 for your bow.
Yeah.
So 3d6 damage plus your dex.
That's a 2, a 3, and a 6. So 9 plus 3, so 12.
12 damage, okay. So as you reel back and you fire into this thing, and you manage to hit right at the top of its head, and there's a mark, but once again you're realizing it just didn't do as much as you thought it was going to.
And magic creatures.
The rock.
Void.
That's my. I'm good.
Yeah, Void, you're up.
What are these things made of?
Stone.
Only stone?
There's some trimmings of metal, but the greater majority of them is stone.
That's all I needed.
Okay.
On the one that's been getting ham blasted, I am going to cast heat metal.
Nice. Any saving throw?
No, it just happens.
Alrighty, so the metal around them begins to heat up. Alrighty.
Oh wait, no, that's a DC 15?
DC 15.
What
Alright,
That's
kind?
not what my card says.
Let's see.
What kind of save is it? Constitution, I assume?
I don't remember, because...
It must succeed on a Constitution saving throw, or drop the weapon if it can't. Drop the object if it can.
Oh!
If it doesn't drop the object, it has disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks till the start of your next turn.
Alrighty.
I don't think it can drop its...
So,
Book.
as you cast the heat metal, and you see the trimmings begin to, begins to heat up, you watch as there is this shimmer, and it just seems to momentarily shut down and turn back on.
Rebooted.
Ooh.
Is that still gonna be 2d8 fire damage? Maybe.
Anything else, Void?
Does it do no damage?
Anything else?
I guess not.
It is immune to fire damage.
Oh.
Wow. It's a rock.
Guys, do you guys know what a rock is?
Yeah, if you hit it, it dies.
I
Rock
took
can
geology. You know what happens
melt.
when you fucking heat up rocks? Turn into lava, they melt.
Yeah, well, you're fucking not hot enough, so, fuck you.
Wow.
Of course, that's why I wear the mask.
Anything else, Void?
I don't have anything else.
You want to inspire somebody?
Fuck it, inspire Belmundo.
What do you
Oh god, I'm
say?
gonna go down.
What do you say?
I don't lose it if I go down,
Nothing.
right?
No.
No.
Alright, inspire Belmundo.
I go Shabu.
Don't die.
Get him!
Nay.
Okay. Things are bad. And I am, for the sake of using spell components, going to use what is probably Belmundo's blood that's on the floor, but don't worry, everything's fine. Both of them need to make charisma saving throws.
Hey, these guys aren't very good at charisma, if you can believe that. However, because of their nature, they do have magic resistance. Fail. And fail.
Yes.
-5 will do that to you.
Hey.
Why is-
So, hopefully, the only time that they'll attack is with another natural 20. Otherwise, they just have D4 problems.
Hopefully, you heard him, David. He wants me to nat 20. Alrighty.
And I'm going to take my 30 feet of movement to go over here.
Sounds
That's
good.
gonna have to be my turn.
Badger.
Heavy crossbow is a full round to reload. Is that
No,
right?
it's just you can't shoot it twice. Basically, you fire it once, and then you spend the rest of the round reloading it.
Oh, okay. All right, then I will come. 5,
Action to
10,
fire. Bonus
15,
action to reload.
Nope, that's
25,
crossbow expert.
Oh,
30.
Mhm.
And then I will take a shot at the fairy fired one.
Sounds good. Go ahead and make an attack at advantage.
At advantage.
Ready with the Heelys.
22.
22 hits.
22!
Right.
Oh man.
Or
Goldberg!
7 damage. Piercing.
7 piercing damage. All right.
Thunk.
Thunk. The bolt fires and manages to impact slightly into the head before it just splinters and explodes.
Ah.
Is that your turn, Badger?
Yep. Let's move in a shot. That's my turn.
Alrighty, constructs. The one that is not fairy fired is going to make an attack on you, Belmundo.
Uh-huh.
It's going to be a 17 to hit.
Yep, that
Minus
hits.
D4. Minus D4.
Oh, minus D4. Minus D4 for D4. Yeah. I rolled a fucking 1. Are you kidding me?
That hits.
Poor Babundus.
Belmundo, you take 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh, I am down.
Ooh.
And then you're going to
Well-
hear this as the fiery fired one's head turns and looks directly at Nay. As she's the next closest target. Well, no, I guess it's Badger and Nay, isn't it? Which one's it going for? Let's find out. Badger!
Oh no.
5, 10, 15.
Yo, loser,
Brings
what
one
up?
of its- brings one of its shield hands back and is gonna go for an attack against you. Minus D4, but I think that's still gonna hit. Okay, minus 3. So 18?
Yeah, that hits.
Don't worry, he is wizard. Has mage armor, easy mode.
Yeah, do you have 2 HP?
6 plus 5 plus 4, 15 points of bludgeoning damage to you, Badger.
What are you talking about?
Okay, I'm still on my feet
How are you alive?
because I was aided.
Because he was aided, that's literally what saved him!
I would still be on my feet without that, but not by much.
Ooh, baby.
And this one is gonna go 5, 10, 15. Actually, which one's closer, Squeeps or Nay? This one's gonna approach Nay menacingly. Squeeps!
Oh my god, my
These things
tentacule.
basically, their attacks do the damage of a great sword.
I move my tentacule. Right up. This doesn't conform to the grid, so I apologize.
It's okay.
If I'm messing up your grid.
It's okay, I have an idea.
Alright. And I'm gonna make an attack on the fairy fired one.
Alright, go ahead and make an attack roll.
That's not enough, I bet.
Badger, how much HP are you at so I can mark it on the token?
7.
7 HP?
Yep.
It's 11.
11 misses.
Alright, well here comes the Eldritch Blast. 12.
12 misses.
Are you aiming at the one with
Both
fairy fire?
attacks just harmlessly strike into the
Fairy
back.
fire!
Were you not rolling an advantage?
I was that! Alright, that's 21.
For the tentacle? Okay, that hits.
Tentacle. Alright. One.
A one.
One cold damage.
One cold damage.
One cold damage.
Okay.
What?
In the blazed.
One cold damage. And
And
his
Eldritch
speed is
Blast?
reduced by 10 feet until the start of my next turn.
Okay, sounds good.
So please, he doesn't have to move anymore. Oh, that's worse.
Okay, Eldritch Blast misses entirely.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Lev?
Well, this is going swimmingly.
I can spare the dying.
Right. Oh man, and one of my bread and butters is probably not useful because they're made of stone. Yay. This is great. So I'm gonna do a certain amount of stepping forward to the one that has whacked into Badger, and I'm gonna see about inflicting wounds on this individual.
Make it attack with advantage.
Let's see how this goes. Okay, that was a 2-on-1 and an 18 on the other on the die. Very glad. 23 to hit.
That'll hit. Roll damage.
Yeah. Inflict wounds. I'm just putting that into chat so you can see what it is. What is that? 3d10. 3d10. Okay. 14.
14. That is enough.
Woo!
So as you reach in and you do the inflict wounds, you manage to get a hand right on its chest. And as you unleash it, you're like, please, 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 please. And you actually hear what sounds like, scraping almost. As you see, there's like brief flashes of arcane energy, and it and eventually just go and just shut down. And you think you probably destroyed its arcane core.
Oh, good. And then I am going to, since it is down, I can move. I believe I have another 15 feet. I think that's all I have.
Okay.
But I think I can get next to Belmundo on the ground.
Yep. Belmundo on the ground.
And that's it.
Alright, Belmundo, make a death saving throw.
5.
5? Alright, one fail. Malik.
Death saving throw?
No, you have to make an attack. No, it's your turn making.
I was like,
make your
fucking,
attack.
I was like, no way. Put a pass him with one hit, so on a crit for me.
What'd you roll?
I'm sorry, I dropped my phone.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna go grab it. Sorry, my nephew. I'm watching my nephew right now, and he just went a little bit crazy.
No problem.
Little wacko.
Wacko
I
in
tried
the
to, but then I didn't feel right because he's 5,
Yeah.
and not my child. 11 to hit on the fairy fire one.
11 to hit in the fairy fire one.
Fairy fire one's down, isn't
The
it?
one, the fairy fire one is
Oh,
dead.
is that the one?
Yeah,
Is that
fairy
the one
fire
you
one's
pressed?
dead, but an 11 to hit the other one doesn't hit.
Well, if the fairy fire one is dead, then I want to do a bonus action to sneak first. No, I'm already sneaked, right? No, not after my last shot.
Yeah, not after your last shot, you're not, unfortunately.
No, then I'm gonna, since the fairy fire one is down, then I'm gonna sneak before I attack the other one to give myself advantage on my shot.
Go ahead.
17 to see.
17. Okay, that'll hit.
All right.
Actually, yes.
17 plus. No, that was to sneak.
Oh, 17.
Because I missed.
Okay, yeah.
I missed
go
the
ahead.
other.
That was to hide.
Yeah, I still want to count my last roll as for my disadvantage. Like because I would have snuck if I knew I had.
Okay,
advantage.
so you have an 11, and then what's your second roll?
13 plus 5, so 18.
18, that hits.
All right. 4, 4, and 4. So 12 plus 3, so 15 on that guy.
Alright, alright. Sounds good. Is that all, Malik?
Yes, sir.
Void, you're up.
I have to leave after my turn, but I want to try something.
Okay.
Can I cast suggestion?
Sure.
You're looking a little bit injured, guy. I think you should maybe shut down for the day.
You unleash your suggestion. It seems to pay you no heed.
Great.
They are immune to the charm condition.
Should just go fuck myself.
Hey, Chris.
Not the fight for
It's-
me.
Hey, Chris. It's a rock.
Yeah.
It's a
I know.
I'm gonna melt you. I'm gonna trick you.
What it
Yeah.
was was a
Not
rock.
just a boulder.
Fucking anything.
It was a rock robot.
See you guys later.
Goodbye, Chris. We'll see you later.
You can keep going if you want. I don't mind.
Yeah, we'll keep going. We'll finish out this fight and then we'll probably call it.
Alright, bye.
Bye.
Nay, you're up.
Okay. Someone was in 30 feet of me, so that's good.
Okay, bonus action spare the dying. Bomundo, you're no longer dying.
And yeah, it's gonna have to be done. Path to the grave, on this thing that's on top of me.
Okay.
I essentially just kind of shaking in fear right now. That's gonna be the end of my turn.
Alright, path to the grave, Badger.
Okay. Gonna move 5, and then I am going to catapult the bolt that is in my crossbow in a line that way.
Alright, dexterity saving throw.
Upcasting that. Yep, dex save.
That's going to be a 14.
Oh, that's enough.
Oh, that sucks. I rolled a 1 and a 14 because it has advantage on saves against magical effects.
Ooh. Is that considered a magical effect?
No, it's just its residual trait.
Oh, I got you.
I'm trying to look up the rules on catapult, see technically if that's attack or not.
I think it is an attack, isn't it? You have to attack and then you make a saving throw. It's
I don't roll an attack roll. He
Okay.
just gets a dex save, I
okay,
believe.
gotcha. Well, either way, it succeeded.
Yep.
Alrighty. Is that your turn, Badger?
Yep, that is my turn.
Alrighty. Nay.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna swing on you.
Okay.
I did nat 20, but I rolled a 25.
At least it's not a nat 20.
That's gonna be 12 points of damage to you, Nay.
Okay. One
As
moment
it
here while I
Pulls
do a
back.
Constitution check. Okay, 19 is going to be fine. It's gonna be fine.
So, Nay, as you kind of get your shield up like you tried to do against the sabers, you see its punch actually goes over the shield, and it gets you right at the top of your head. Just right into the top of your head. Squeeps, you're up.
1 second. 10-foot radius. Everyone's all kind of clustered together, so I'm gonna attack with a tentacule.
Tentacool.
18.
18 hits, and it's vulnerable to this damage, so I hope you roll high.
To cold damage?
You rolled 2, so it does 4 damage, and Path to the Grave is...
No, it's to cold damage?
Yeah, he nated Path to the Grave, so whatever damage you roll on this is doubled.
Oh, that's 5, so that's 10.
10 damage, alright. So 10 damage, and the Path to the Grave drops.
Alright. And my Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blazed.
Ooh, 16.
16 just hits.
Okay. That's a 2 plus 2 is 4.
4 damage. Okay, thank God you hit with the tendril first, eh?
4 damage.
4 damage. Yabba chabba da. Alrighty.
For some reason, the last Arc Discord is popping off.
It's not. They had a bot spam it.
Oof.
Lem.
I think I'm going to cast Fairy Fire on the remaining one.
It is... Okay, so you're gonna put it in a corner where it's not gonna hit Nay.
Yeah, basically. Might get lucky, might not, but...
Damage.
Oh boy. Yep. And then I'm gonna. Oh boy. Yeah, there's not a whole lot I can do there, so I'm going to
David, how do you like Sleeping Simulator?
Pretty good. I'm used to it.
Sorry. No, I'm not. I'm not actually gonna move all the way to the other side. I'm just gonna move back to be even with Belmundo. That's it. That's my turn.
Belmundo
It's-
is stable. Malik.
It's better than phone call simulator. It was what you guys made me play every single fucking
It's your
session.
fault. It's your fault.
Shopping simulator.
All right, Malik, what you doing?
He successfully cast Fairy Fire on him.
He failed. The cast didn't catch.
I did not succeed in getting it.
Well, then I am definitely gonna sneak again.
Make a stealth check.
I keep putting my phone down in the wrong place. All right, 12 plus 5.
That'll succeed.
All right, and then on my shoot. Nope, that's an 8. And an 11.
Both miss, unfortunately.
Well, okay.
All right, I guess I'm playing
Okay.
Void. Let's see what you got, Void. All right, I gotta talk like this now.
That's a good one. Look at Void.
I gotta do the Void voice. So Void's gonna look over at Belmundo, and he's gonna cast Healing Word. Belmundo, you're awake with 9 HP. And then he's gonna cast Vicious Mockery on the construct.
I thought you were gonna say he cast vicious mockery on Bell.
What?
Bring him up
Hang
and
on.
take him down.
Hang on. What does he say? Vacuum.
Luke, I would appreciate it if you don't make me come up with shit for a character that's only had 6 episodes.
Just call him a cuck. That always seems to work out.
Windows
The creature-
3.1 head
The
looking
creature has failed
ass.
its wisdom saving throw, and for some reason someone thinks it's appropriate to start vacuuming outside my door.
That's just the fans inside the robot trying to keep it cool.
Yeah.
They're mining Bitcoin in there. So it's a good day for some robot killing, eh, fellas? We're just filling in the void of the vacuum cleaner.
Filling in the
Make those noises.
void.
Okay. Okay, we're good now. Alright, so it failed. So it has disadvantage on its next attack roll.
Hey,
Oh, great.
Nay, it's your turn.
nay.
We're gonna have something not necessarily in my hand, but it's kind of there. It's from my back. It looks like I just pulled out my spine, but it is a whip. Technically, it'd be a spiritual weapon. So let me go ahead and make a roll for the spiritual weapon that is there now.
Alright.
That would be shit.
What'd you roll?
I rolled a 7 plus 5 for 13.
Check your math.
Wait, no,
But it's
12. Shut up.
Again! It happened again!
So that failed.
Well, regardless of whichever number it is, it's a miss. Shut up.
Something.
Alright, anything else today?
I don't have a bonus action, so no.
Alright. Badger, you're up.
Yeah, I'm going to come back 5 and take a crossbow shot at it.
Go ahead.
8.
8 misses.
And guessed.
Is that all, Badger?
Yep.
Alright, it is time for the construct. Nay. Be strong. Disadvantage.
Okay.
Okay, that's an 18. Disadvantage. Minus D4. So Nay, that is going to be a 15.
It will miss.
Alright.
Oh.
So it has missed you, Nay. Squeeps. Squeeps?
Okay, I think I found a place. 10 foot by 10 foot place that gets him and not anybody else. What? Oh, I didn't mean to cast it, but shatter.
Shatter.
Ta.
Well, they're good at Constitution.
Yeah, the rock.
The first roll was a 17.
It's a rock, baby.
Does it take half damage?
Yes, half as much damage on a successful one.
Creature made of inorganic materials such as stone, crystal, or metal has disadvantage on the saving throw.
Oh, so it'd just be, well, it would be a straight roll then, because that advantage against magical effects, so 17.
Oh, well. Yeah,
Alright,
no.
so 15 halved to 7.
Yep.
Very nice.
Oh, I didn't
my
realize
gosh,
I was
who
drawing all
keeps
over the
drawing
place.
Stuff?
That's my bad.
Stop.
I thought I had my mouse.
Ugh.
Oh, and my tentacule.
Tentacule.
That's it's 15.
15, it just misses.
Yeah.
Lem. Lemon bottom.
Oh boy. My audio is doing weird things at the moment that that vicious mockery was used. Did it do anything?
The vicious mockery gave a disadvantage, yes.
Okay, so that's useful. All right, so I think I'm going to use Mind Sliver.
Alrighty.
And it's just make an int save. Let's see how very smart these individuals are.
I rolled 2 nat 20s.
Well, I'm glad those were not attacks.
Oh my fucking god.
Eric's rolling nat 20s like all day today.
I'm gonna fucking take a picture of this shit.
Eric's gonna kill us all.
I remain extremely grateful that this was
Oh
not
my
a set of attacks against anybody.
Oh my god, it's going in random stuff.
Boy.
Look at this bullshit.
It does not want to die.
Oh,
At least we can give it that.
Okay, I am gonna maneuver, I guess, sort of sideways in a way. I'm trying to avoid a situation where it can get us all cornered. But that's all I can do, I think.
Belmundi.
There's still. Is it like look injured at all?
That looks hurt, yeah.
Well, there's only one thing to do. One thing I know how to do. I smack.
Alright, go for it.
For core advantage. I missed.
You missed.
I get rolled an 8 and a 6. I miss.
It's about, to be fair, it's about time you missed with only a +1.
Yo, I have been using advantage like a madman all this time.
I
It's just
know
like,
you
well,
have.
rip.
So, Belmundo, as you stagger to your feet and you go over, holding your sword high as you swing downward, it just kind of moves one of its shield arms and effortlessly parries your blade away. Malik.
I'm gonna sneak behind this guy.
All right, I'd like you to
Void
make a stealth check with a penalty.
with a penalty. That's
Because
fine.
you are
What's the
hiding
penalty?
behind the same object over and over again.
That's fine because I rolled a nat 1. What's my penalty?
You're taking a -2 penalty to your roll.
I don't know if I can do that. How do negatives work in D&D?
So a natural one is an auto fail regardless. So you fail.
I know. I'm just fucking with you.
At this point, Void just like you kind of grab on. You
I
kind of
just-
tried to sneak, and you accidentally kind of hook your arm into Void's bandolier, and he looks back. You're like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And he just kind of pushes you off.
Since I failed so miserably on my stealth sneak, I'm gonna just shoot him.
Sounds
I'm
good.
gonna
Just
try
take
to
a
shoot
straight
him.
attack roll.
All right. 11.
This is.
I figured.
Man, guys, this second golem's giving you guys some trouble, eh?
It's not the golem that's giving us trouble, it's our dice.
Alright, it's Void's.
RNG.
It's Void's turn again. Void's gonna go ahead and use his bonus action to cast Hex. So it's Hex now. And then, because I think this is what Chris would do, Void's gonna walk up and is gonna attack with his rapier. Guess a 24. Alright, Void does 6 reduced to 3 points of piercing damage and 3 points of necrotic damage.
Woo.
Alrighty, that's Void's turn. Go ahead, Nay.
Alright, spiritual weapon. That's a roll of a 2. Fuck!
We still have an action, it's only a bonus action to do that.
Let's see, let him do this. So I think maybe this one will work. Action to inflict wounds. Watch as I whiff this shot
Alright,
too.
make it an advantage because you have flanking.
Okay. Okay, so I rolled a 15 plus 5.
That'll hit.
Yes, so for 20. 3d10. That'll be 5.
Aren't you kind of fucked up?
5, 8,
Nay, nay.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 18 points of radiant damage.
Radiant, you mean necrotic?
Oh, right, necrotic. Doy.
Nay, how do you want to do this?
Hey!
Hey!
Okay. Interesting. With the whip that misses, there is definite panic, and it's going to sound ridiculous, but Snay is going to attempt to shove the creatures off with the shield and probably send the necrotic damage just straight through the shield.
Alright, so as Belmondo, as your blade sort of harmlessly gets parried off, Nay goes ahead and kind of tries to ram it with her shield. And as she does so, you watch as this thing sort of turns, kind of matches the shield with it, with its own, and pushes Nay's arm off. But as it does so, Nay, just like the very tips of your fingers manage to make impact into the creature. And you all watch as there is this swarm of black energy that just races all around this creature, and you just hear and it, just like the other one, shuts down. At which point you will all hear the crowd roar in applause and praise as you've managed to defeat these constructs. And that's where we're going to go ahead and call today's session.
Right. I really hope the goth guys make it through then. Wait, no, we have the goth guys and the jesters.
So anyway, thank you guys so much, all of you who stopped in even for a moment to say hi, for watching. As always, everything is down below, whether you're on Twitch or YouTube, and we will see you guys next week. Goodbye.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.